said, check one. They said I was a stand-up police explorer, stand-up medic explorer, a stand-up volunteer firefighter explorer. Yeah, local town, local city, and New York City boroughs and Manhattan swell. 2003, I was taking classes and permits, getting permits and taking classes, certificates, etc., as licenses at the United States Coast Guard Academy. In 2004 was mostly New York City as well as high school. 2004, 5, 6, 7, and 8. But then somewhere around the summer of 2008, it's been about 11 years since is what I'm counting now. So it's 2019 summer, 2019. Wound up with some kind of head injury, as if he was took a bullet or assault rifle round through the skull and membrane. Wasn't really a tourist, he was Red Cross, BSA's best, sort of. He never got his Eagle Scout, but he was still testing the waters, applying for service branches. He wanted to be military. He wanted to be a policeman if he couldn't get into the military. And suddenly he comes home from New York. 3 weeks later, he's filed as 100% permanently disabled, injured, handicapped, whatever, mandatory med leave for 10, 15, maybe 25 years off his feet, and it's all his fault. It is what he's told. He's a bad dog. He's stay down. So for 4,000 days, it gets blurry. I remember ages 3 or 4 to 17 and a half, 18, and a couple months, 18 in a few months, and then it's blurry for the next 4,000 days because of this 3,600 risperidone back to back, and then 400, maybe 500 varial arbinale back to back. And so he's fallen asleep at 18, being top of his class in school, scouts, Grateful Dead, Disney, um, police, medic, fire in town, city, and Manhattan's, as well as other boroughs in New York City. And it's not like he ain't done squat and never will. It's just the only thing he can recollect and account for this past 11 years is house chores, yard work, eating a pill every 24 hours, and struggling to survive against the side effects, which include heart attack, stroke, palpitations, temporary loss of senses, uh, seizures, multiple seizures, irritable bowels, impotence, sudden death was noted a side effect possible. Then first 15 minutes, during onset, the chances of experiencing sudden death are through the roof, and he survived 4,000 doses so far, which is wonderful. But what can he put on his resume? So he says there was this nameless family member, Sugar E, that was doing some kind of big wig suit and tie work, had to do with General Dynamics, Electric Boat, the Pentagon, DuPont, etc., the United States Navy, submarine something, computer something, science something, or whatever. Uh, like I said, this Andy C character, uh, most he could do was run house chores and yard work uh, around, people that would work, and ask for handouts afterwards. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Like a hobo, like a beggar. He's like a drifter, grifter, beggar, nobody that ain't done nothing in 4,000 days.